she became the first steam engine to work a public tour down the main line from Edinburgh and Newcastle. But the dream became a nightmare. What happened now has become the stuff of legend. The engine lost its feet as it came off the viaduct. It's been estimated that the wheels revolved at the equivalent of 140 miles an hour, a record no one really wants to claim.
On October 1st, 1994, inside a 100-ton British steam locomotive, a chain reaction of human error and mechanical physics unfolded in under 30 seconds. While barely moving past the train station platform, its 6-foot driving wheels spun up to theoretical speed of 140 miles per hour. The screw reversal wiped around so fast it broke the driver's arms. Steel connecting rods snapped like toothpicks, cylinder heads blew off, and one of the world's most famous preserved locomotives tore itself to pieces on live camera. This is the story of the infamous Blue Peter wheelslip accident and the mechanical nightmare behind it. To understand how a steam engine destroys itself, you have to understand two concepts: priming and wheelslip. During the brief stop at Durham, the footplate crew added water to the boiler. However, the water level was filled too high. When a boiler is overfilled, there is a very little headspace left for steam to collect cleanly. As Blue Peter pulled away across the Durham viaduct, the driver opened the regulator, or the throttle, facing a gradient ahead. The massive torque caused the driving wheels to lose traction on the rails. A standard wheel slip. When a locomotive slips, the sudden surge of steam rushing out of the boiler finally boils the water underneath. Because the boiler was already overfilled, liquid water was sucked straight up into the dry pipe and regulator valve. This is called priming. The water is incompressible. The surge of water jammed the regulator valve wide open. The driver no longer had control of the throttle. With the regulator valve jammed wide open, full boiler pressure slammed directly into both cylinders. The 6-foot 2-inch driving wheels began spinning at blinding speed. Desperate to shut off steam, the driver reached for the reversing wheel to throw the valve gear into neutral. Because the valve gear was under immense, uncontrolled pressure, the moment the driver unlocked the screw reverser, the violent forces kicked back. The heavy metal hand wheels spun wildly, breaking the driver's arms and throwing the engine into full forward gear. Now, with zero load resisting the pistons, Blue Peter's driving wheels accelerated to a rotational speed equivalent to over 100 miles per hour. The heavy steel, coupling rods, valve gear, and axle boxes simply could not take the centrifugal stress. Cylinder heads blew out, steel rods bent and snapped, and one of the massive driving wheels was physically shifted on its axle before the engine ground to a halt in a cloud of steam and debris. The accident resulted in a major overhaul of the steam locomotive safety regulations on the British Railways network. It highlighted that driver certification shouldn't just be a general steam ticket. Crews needed specialized type-specific training for individual locomotives, as Blue Peter had a unique handling characteristics and sensitivity to boiler water levels that the crew was unfamiliar with. Fortunately, this wasn't the end of Blue Peter. After years of storage and a massive overhaul by the Royal Scot Locomotive and General Trust, Blue Peter officially returned to mainline steam in 2024, running smooth once again. What do you think was the biggest failure factor in the 1994 accident? The driver's early opening of the regulator or the lack of locomotive-specific training? Let me know in the comments.